Kids to Love does things different when it comes to the world of foster care. We are unlike any group home or any other facility in the state, and I would say in the nation, because our kids matter. And so this one was a little bit different because she wanted to come to KTECH, and we wanted her to come to KTECH, but she also needed a place to live. And I said, you know, we just happen to have this quaint little 10,000 square foot farm for girls, so what if she could live there? But needless to say, over a 3-day time period, we moved quite a few mountains to get this young lady here. And so we wanted her to share her story with you. Please help me welcome Takiyah Reid.
So as she said, I'm Takiyah Reid, and I'm a foster youth. I've been in foster care ever since the age of 6. Neither one of my parents ever went to college or even finished high school. And then my senior year, my sister ended up passing away, and it took a big toll on me. And my 12th grade year, I felt like I didn't want to do anything. I would just settle for the regular 9-to-5 McDonald's somewhere. But luckily, I ran into my social worker, and she motivated me that just because my circumstance was where it wasn't my future. So at age of 19, I moved to Birmingham, Alabama, and I moved into an IOP apartment, and I went to college for a year pursuing nursing. And I even had a job. I was working part-time at Domino's, so I just knew I had it all figured out. And one day when me and my social worker were having a meeting, she asked what would I do when it was time for me to emancipate in December at age 21. And I couldn't answer. I didn't know what I would do. I don't know where I would live. I don't know who would help me to stay stable. So she said she would look into some places so that I could get the skill set that I needed to provide for myself once I was out of DHR. Probably about 3 weeks later, she called and she said, a lady called and she said that there's a program called KTECH and we could come to visit. So we immediately set up a visit and we came to KTECH. And the moment I walked through the door, I felt like I was at home. It was this blonde lady with these blue eyes who was staring at me like she'd known me for forever. And I automatically clinged to her, like I'd loved her already. And once I met everybody else, I automatically knew, I said, this can't be just a place of work. They're like a family. Once I walked into their room, they all loved on me and they supported me. And at one point during the interview, I looked at them and I said, I don't think I could do this program because I've never been good at math. And they all looked at me and they said, well, we believe you can do it. And whatever we have to do while you're going through KTECH, we'll do that. Tutoring, whatever we have to do to make sure that you succeed in KTECH, we will do. So that afternoon I went home, and on my way home I told my social worker, I said, that's a really good program and I think I want to give it a try. So I called back and said, hey, I want to do KTECH. And then after a while, I thought about it. I said, well, where would I live when I'm at KTECH? And probably about a week after I told them that, they called back. They said, it's this girl's home, and they would love to keep you until you're 20 and help you with whatever you need. So I said, okay, well, that's where I'll move. And after that, I talked to my social worker, and I said, well, I feel like I would be going backwards if I went back to that type of, home where I'm living with another group of kids. But then after I talked to some of the Kids to Love, I realized that this wasn't just any type of group home full of girls. It was a real home. So I immediately, we moved up here 3 days before KTECH, and I met all my new little sisters. I have 5 of them, and I love them all. And we have this precious dog, and I just love Davison Forms. And KTECH has been amazing. It's not just a family anymore, it's my family. And they're all very important to me, and I don't know where I would be without them. And for you guys to go around and spread the word and let everybody know about KTECH is a blessing, because I don't know where I would be if nobody ever came to me and said, it's this place called KTECH. So just thank you to everybody who's putting in money and putting in their time and effort to make it happen, because it's changing lives. And so, yeah, thank you.
Amazing story. The great thing about KTECH is our diversity, and we work with all the school systems and all the different organizations in this community. And I got a call from Madison Rotary, and they wanted me to come and talk about KTECH, and so I did. And they said, we want to do a scholarship for the Madison City Schools. And so I said, that's great. We contacted Madison City Schools, and it was, of course, the summer, and we worked to try to, they worked really hard to pull up some great prospects for us. And our next speaker is the recipient of the Madison Rotary Scholarship. His name is Anthony, and he has a story of us finding him and giving him an opportunity to be able to go to college.
Hello, my name is Anthony Benson, as Dorothy said. I graduated from Bob Jones High School recently, and when I graduated high school, I came from a single parent household, and I didn't have anything to my name. I'm one of the few people in my family to even try anything after high school. So when I was looking at prospects, I was like, well, I can't afford any of these, so it's time to go get a job. And in the meantime, between that, I got a call from my counselor, and she said, hey, Anthony, you're in engineering, right? And I said, yeah, I am. And she said, well, there's this program called KTECH. You should come down. I'm like, what's a KTECH? So she called me down, and we came here, and we took a tour with Ms. Dorothy and Mr. Ed and Ms. Jill. And we had a good time. And when I was here, I realized that KTECH, as it says on its mission statement to provide a specialized workforce, it's more than that. It's a community of people who honestly care about you. They're providing us experience in mechatronics and soldering and robotics, but not only that, they're providing us life experience. And honestly, before that, I had none of that. I was on my own. And not only the teachers here, the instructors are amazing, the students here are amazing as well. We have grown together and created a bond that honestly I can't find anywhere else. So I'm blessed and humbled to be here, and I thank you all for coming here and spreading the word about KTECH, because it is the hidden gem in Madison, Alabama that everybody needs to know about. Thank you.